How do students set goals? Well, my first question to every one of my students is, what would you like to have more time for? If you could get whatever grades you're going for, I don't care what grades you're going for, it could be maybe you just want good enough grades to stay on the field athletically, maybe you want a 5.0. Whatever you're going for, if you could get those results in no time at all, what would you do with your spare time? What would you use your time for? Some kids just want more time to sleep, other kids have a laundry list of things. So to me, goal setting starts with why bother trying to do a better job? It's more emotional and less kind of achievement based, I'd say. What I've noticed is some of my students have really clear plans for what they want to do. They can explain it to you. They sit down and nothing happens. And 2 weeks later, nothing has happened. When you see this, it's usually a matter of students not having started with manageable steps. The steps are too big. Like if your goal is get famous, step 1 is write a book. I mean, that's kind of too big to go make it happen for yourself, right? You want step 1 to be make a list. And then when you've made your list and you cross off step 1, you're like, woo, I'm doing it. And you go to step 2, and step 2 is write a book or something like that, right? Anybody can tell you that you should follow this SMART goal setting, right? Where your goals should be specific and measurable and achievable and something that starts with R, reasonable and time-based maybe, right? But I'm really concerned with what in the heck are you gonna do this stuff and why are you doing it then and not some other time, right? The why is really important, right? So you can have a great list and you can say, I'm gonna do this Saturday morning. Well, maybe Saturday morning is your peak brain power time in the whole week. Why are you gonna mow the lawn Saturday morning, right? Why don't you mow the lawn Tuesday evening when it's not as hot and when you're tired and you don't need your brain to mow the lawn, something like that, right? So there has to be reason behind every step taken, right? And it's gotta make good sense in the context of all the other steps, right? You need reasons. Goals without reasons that's just like maybe those really aren't your goals. Maybe those are your parents' goals or something. Yes, why are you gonna do it this way at this time on this day and not some other way that's not as good or not as relevant to your life, right? And then, crucially, you have to analyze how the heck that went, right? So, you know, what actually happened? How long did it actually take? Why? Did it take way longer than you thought? Well, that's no good. What happened? You're looking around, you're like, oh, I'm wearing my unlucky socks today. No wonder it took so long. Let me not do that next time, right? Or if it went way better than you had hoped, how the heck did I do that, right? Oh my gosh, I ate super well and I've got great sleep all week. Maybe that has something to do with it. Let me try to replicate that, right? So the analysis of how each step went is crucial, and most people skip that, especially if the step went reasonably well. You tear on to the next step without the reflection, and that's where maybe you're at risk of being inefficient as the steps get harder and you get closer to actually accomplishing the big goal, whatever that is.